I've heard people saying 100,000 and 500,000, even £1 million of weight of animals per acre, mostly with cattle. But I wonder what £1 million of acres of sheep looks like. Look out, I've been doing maths again. There's the 20 ewe lambs. I'm not sure exactly how heavy they are. I'm guessing they're about 100 pounds, and I might be a little bit off on that. But I'm not taking them in the shed until maybe the end of this week, where the scales are, and I'll be able to weigh them then properly. But anyway, I've worked out 246 or something like that pounds per square metre. That's the equivalent of £1 million an acre. Well, that means they need to fit those 20 sheep in 8 square metres. Well, I'm not going to do that with electric fence, am I? So I've set up 80 square metres. So I've got 10 by 8, 80 square metres. That's this little square here, which is going to be £100,000 for the acre. So that looks doable to me. Now these sheep are pretty good on the electric fence. They've been here on this wire, and I didn't actually realise it was quite as high as this, but it's well above my knee. It's got to be 2 foot. They could almost walk under it, but they haven't. So they're pretty well trained to the fence. But here goes. They're not used to going into such a small area. I normally open the fence up inwards. So I wound the reel up. So here's their little patch. Come on then, girls. Pick the fence up. In you come. Kip, 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 kip. Now they're going to come in here. And they're not going to assume that I've given them such a tiny piece, because I never have before. But they're pretty good on the wire. There we go. You've seen it. So there we go. That's the tightest I've ever kept sheep in with a single strand of electric wire. But I'll do that up behind. I'll look at the time, and I've put an extra couple of posts in either edge, and I'm going to put the fence on, make it live, leave them there another 4 hours, a bit more than 4 hours because it's not quite midday yet, and come back and see if they're still there and see what they've done. Right, it's pretty much 4 o'clock now, so it's been about 4.5 hours, and you can see they've been there. They've eaten it pretty much the same as the patch they were on before. I can't see a lot of difference actually between there and that bit, which is where they were. Interesting. Certainly might be something I try again if I need to hit an area hard. That sort of ratio looks okay. Had a little thought when I was up in the field what £1 million per acre of sheep would look like. And so I've paced this out in here, and the bit they're on now is about 52 square meters, and I've weighed an average sheep, and I guess that they'd be about 60 kilos. So I've weighed them. Obviously the rams are a bit heavier. They haven't got any wool on. If they had wool on, they'd look bigger as well, though the wool doesn't waste very much. Anyway, they're about, I've guessed, 135 pounds. And I did do a quick workout. I don't know if my maths is right, but on this area that they're in here, this side to there, so there's a little bit of empty space there, but I'm pretty sure I've worked it out right, and that is about £800,000 per acre. I've heard online people saying that they stocking rate £1 million per acre. Well, I'd like to see that. I've done it. Sorry about the funny light, but this is it. According to my maths, which might be wrong, this is what £1 million weight of sheep per acre looks like. And you can't see the ground, can you? Well, there's a space over there. So they are grouped up a bit. So they have got some movement, but I don't think you can graze sheep like this. I don't think it's possible. But anyway, that's what it looks like. I suppose you could say myth busted. There's no way you're grazing sheep like this. Obviously I'm not out in the field. I could set a pen up out in the field like this, and I have, I obviously have pen them up at some point. But there would be no point. They would just flatten all the grass. They would not eat any of it. So you wouldn't be able to keep them, graze them this tight. Just not possible in my opinion. But if you think you can, or you think I've done my maths wrong, or you think I've done it right, let me know.